up. If not, we just do us two, but we have a few minutes still.
Yeah. I didn't really prepare anything. I was just gonna come shoot the shit. That's what I was hoping for. But
Mm,
we could talk. We could talk. There's been some crazy news over in your neck of the woods, huh?
that's always crazy news
I
nowadays.
how
Every
do you?
day it's World War III, and then
That's
it's not starting, so I'm like, fuck it.
oh man. If I think about it, I can't stop, and I can't even sleep damn near. So I don't even. I couldn't even imagine being right next door.
Yeah, it's tense.
Yeah. Well, my internet speeds are pretty fast. I'm gonna try to do a video. Actually, yeah,
Dude,
I got 36 megabits per second. That should do it.
that should be plenty enough. So
So
you're in the city now, or?
no, I didn't make it in the city. We had a pretty bad storm right after snow today, so I stayed
Okay,
home. I've been checking my internet speeds, and they've been steady 30 to 36. So
okay. Let's
we'll
hope
see
it
what.
keeps up that way.
Man, I hope so. I don't want to embarrass me or you.
It, it
No,
it's nothing like that. It just
I know.
sucks if you can't hear you.
Yeah, and if I got my shit right next to me, so if I notice it going down, I'll just put it on mute and just won't talk.
Okay.
I'll listen a lot. But anyways, so what's new though?
I don't know if anything is really new.
Oh,
And no, I can't think of anything. I'm just doing my thing.
that's cool. Yeah, not a whole lot new here, just teaching the kids.
Well, how's that going?
It's eh, well, the youngest is back in public school. She's in I think talked about that last time we
Yeah.
talked. Yeah, but the other ones are doing good. Um my eighth grader, he's really liking it. We're noticing that they don't have nobody to talk to anymore. They're starting to go stir crazy at home.
Yeah. Don't they, can't you find any like homeschool community or something that you can go out with like once a week or something?
Well, we could start one, but we're not in an area where there's anyone near within like 2 hours, probably.
Have you checked the Freedom Cells? Do you
No,
know what that is?
I no, I know about some freedom cells in Mexico, but it's not the homeschool thing. It's
Okay. But I don't know if you just register on freedomcells.org and just make a group and let's see if somebody hollers at you. I don't know.
okay. Okay, I can do that. Freedomcell.org. Oh shoot, I'm gonna look at it right now while we're waiting.
Yeah, it's what's the guy's name? I talked to him on Twitter. He's a decently big podcast dude that's
Is it?
doing that.
It's not Derek Bros.
Oh yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I've heard of before. I you know I oh, no sponsor. It doesn't say it's popping up. I'll check it out later. I'll just go to his website that he's got, the Conscious Resistance, and I'll figure it out that way. I didn't know they did shit like that, like homeschool. I guess I never really looked into it like that.
I mean, you can do pretty much anything, I think. Just make a group and let's see if some people want to join.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. It's a really good idea. Eventually, we wanted to do that. But like I said, we probably have to start one.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a great idea with if the big schools are far away from a lot of our homes, if for no other reason at all, even so, if it has nothing to do with the political views of the schools or whatever, or the way they teach, just for the fact that it might be more convenient, and that could go for a lot of places rural out here.
Yeah. I know the Truthzilla guy, Scott Armstrong. They made a group in Portland and I think that grew pretty big. They had some meetings and they had I think they had some what's it called when you put up some bands and had a evening and stuff like that for like freedom people in Portland. So I think you can do pretty much everything.
Okay, cool. So, well, let me see. Let me show you something. Um, so I was looking into these private prisons,
Ah,
more.
yes.
And well, I mean, Bill Gates is definitely a owner in like a lot of the prison. Like a lot of the we have a couple of main private prison companies, and he's got a lot of ownership in both of them. You know, eh, I guess without context, it doesn't really make sense. Anyways, it's a $2 billion industry here with the private prisons. So basically, they're making money off of every prisoner and a lot of it too, like $250,000 per year per inmate they keep in there.
It's
And
a lot of fucking money for one dude.
oh yeah, and these prisons are contracted with our government, with this it's the state governments as well as our federal government to keep these prisons that they buy up to 90% or over 90% capacity. So it's the state's job to keep people locked up so that these facilities or these institutions can continue to make money. there's a, there's a crazy institution wrapped around it. Towns would fall if these prisons were to fall. It's all over our country. It's not
Yeah.
just in a couple places.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing when you make them private,
Hmm.
because the guys that buy them expect profit. So
Yeah, and you should see the shareholders. You got it's BlackRock, it's Vanguard, it's State Street, it's all the big ones, and this is for all of these prisons. So it goes so deep. I'm having a good time with this research. Too good to just put something out real fast. So I'll just give little snippets here and there out about what I learned. But yeah, like I said, it's fun times doing research, just being able to have the time. My wife's wonderful for allowing me to do this because really, she's the breadwinner right now.
she's working.
And she makes money, yes.
I I sh- I I don't know what I need to do something about my girl soon. I need to find her a good job so I can sit home too.
Put her on the podcast with you, man. Maybe you'll get people better paid.
Maybe. Mark Steve. I'm
Well, I
just.
hope.
I wonder how to. I have his email, but I don't know how to contact him like fast.
Well, in my experiences contacting him, it got right back to me, like right back. So
Huh.
I don't know within minutes or anything, but yeah,
And I could just try to shoot an email and ask if he's coming.
yeah, I know he does a shitload of podcasts. That's booking for other podcasters, and yeah, I think he does the bookings for Sam Tripoli's podcasts.
Yeah, I've
Did,
heard about that too. I think he's the booker, yeah.
I think that's how we got. Really, that's how we got started, just by trying to meet Sam Tripoli one day. It's kind of cool. I like his story. I'll have to ask him about it.
Yeah, for sure that's one thing we can talk about from the start.
Yeah, we don't mind. I'm lighting up one. I'll share it with you.
Yes, I mean, you're not sitting in my room, so you can do whatever you feel like.
You don't smell it?
No, that's homegrown or you buying?
This isn't homegrown. No, I'm buying it. They got really cheap in the dispensary. It's really, really cheap. So when I don't have any, I can go buy some.
Okay.
Mm.
So you're not growing anymore, or?
Yeah, I'm growing. Not as fast as I was when I first moved here. I moved here just to grow weed, basically. Um, but we started finding other things to do, other means of making money. So we stopped breaking the law, basically. Because
Okay.
yeah, we won't get into the details of that right now. At least it don't matter. You can cut anything out. Not that I give a shit. I don't really give a shit about the feds. They can suck it. But yeah, it's pretty nice out here. We do have the freedom to break the law and get away with it if we want. that's that's the pros of coming up here.
So it's not legal to grow over there?
It is legal to grow, but only up to a certain amount of plants. Yeah. So if they and they fly planes overhead to look for them too, all summer long. So if you're not indoors and know how, if you don't know how to grow without using too much electricity, it, you might get in trouble.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
I just felt a lot of beer. Fuck.
Uh,
I need to get some papers.
Go ahead, man. Oops.
Fucking retarded shit.
Was it on your keyboard?
I'm trying to get it out of my keyboard.
Oh no. That
That's so stupid.
that's unfortunate, bro. Yeah, when you go check the recording later on, you're not gonna see me laughing at you or anything. Hope you got a backup.
No, I don't. But it's still lights are working, and I think it's alive.
Still functional.
Yeah, I put it upside down and it just poured out.
Try typing something and see if it comes up in Chinese.
See, chat. It's here. Yeah, nothing. Okay. Yeah, it's working.
Cool. Good deal. Well, that might be the highlight of this episode.
Yeah, but they can break later on, I know,
Mm-hmm.
if it's lingers inside. But I think it has some protection, so it doesn't go in the circuit board. It's some plastic underneath. I think it's fine.
Cool. Yeah, I'd be devastated if I spilled beer on my laptop right here. I definitely don't have a backup, and I opted out of the warranty for any reason at all. I'd be buying a new computer. So yeah, I'm at the fastest speeds I ever had here, 45. That's a good deal. Let's play some videos or something since I can.
Yeah,
Well, come on, Mark. Where are you at, buddy?
I'm sending an email now.
Cool. I'm gonna try to pull something up.
I tried to send an email, but I think I sent it to myself for some reason the first time.
Whoops.
I just took up the conversation we had,
Yeah.
and I pressed answer, and it went to myself for some reason.
Huh.
But I think I got it sent now. Do you have anything special you want to show? If you a video
Uh,
or something?
I'm looking through my pinned tabs I got up right now. See if I want to share anything too special.
If there's
Not
some,
really.
I can I have this one. Let's open this tab up.
Okay, yeah.
Screen share, share sound. Did you see this one?
Boston University created a COVID strain that has an 80% kill rate, echoing dangerous experiments feared to have started pandemic. No, I haven't.
So they have been doing gain of function, and they have put Omicron spike protein and the original strain together, and apparently it's killing mice at a 80% rate.
So wait, this is verified we're doing gain of function right here in Boston?
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. It's alarming to say the least.
Yeah, I don't know how they can
Let
get
me go ahead and
permission
read
to
through this.
do this again. You do that.
You want me to go ahead and read this?
Go
Okay,
ahead.
I'm going to start with U.S. researchers have developed a new lethal COVID strain in a laboratory, echoing the type of experiments many fear started the pandemic. The mutant variant, which is a hybrid of Omicron and the original Wuhan virus, killed 80% of mice infected with it at Boston University. Holy shit. When a similar group of rodents were exposed to the standard Omicron strain, however, they all survived and only experienced mild symptoms. The scientists also infected human cells with the hybrid variant and found it was 5 times more infectious than Omicron. This suggests the man-made virus might be the most contagious form yet. It will no doubt surprise many Americans that such experiments could go on in the U.S. despite concerns similar studies may have led to the global COVID outbreak. COVID first began spreading from a wet market in Wuhan, China, about 8 miles, from a similar high security virology laboratory that manipulated bat coronaviruses. Now, is this real? Didn't we? Isn't that been disproven that it's not from the wet market, or is that back in the news now?
I think not they are not 100% sure, so they are saying there's a wet market and a lab, so they're insinuating, is that the word? They're not saying it's coming from the lab, but they're saying it.
They're insinuating. Yeah, so basically without putting blame on them, doing
Yeah,
gain of function. Yeah, okay. Well, so so-called gain of function research involved tinkering with viruses to make them more lethal or infectious, with the hopes of getting ahead of a future outbreak. What's that graphic?
I think it's just showing what they've done. Put the two together, put it
Okay,
in a mice,
so
and they
that's
died. Yeah, I don't know.
well, that's very that's very scary.
Yeah,
Could you
for sure.
imagine the control apparatus? How happy they would be here in America? How happy they would be if a virus like that broke out? They would have to lock us down by force. They
For sure.
wouldn't let us protest.
I like
It would be
these
like China, just like it was in
clothes
China.
they have on though. If you put on your mask, it will stop the virus, and these guys are like fully protected in some space suits. But yeah,
You guys might be wearing that shit for the coming war, for the nuclear radiation.
yeah, yeah. The government has told us to go out and buy the pills, the yod or whatever it's called. Some pills that supposedly help for radiation. I'm like, is it even worth
I
it?
don't know what they're called, but yeah, it's basically Radaway.
Yeah, I mean, why would I even go and buy it? If they drop a nuclear bomb on Finland, I'm like, it's no point. If I survive, I'm just gonna die in a few weeks anyway. So, I don't know. And he died. Now I'm alone in the darkness, feeling afraid. He's coming back.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. The
Okay.
internet is giving out already.
Well, it went to 4G LTE and now it's back up to 5G. So let me I'm gonna plug my computer in real fast.
Do that. I'm looking. Union of the Unwanted. Yeah, I have it here.
Not muted no more. Okay. I think we're back in business. Sorry about that. Let's hope
Yeah,
that
no,
doesn't
no
happen.
issue.
Good deal. All right. So yeah, when that happens, I can always hear you fine, and I can also always tell that you can't hear me after a couple seconds. But so just for future references,
Okay.
I feel Ronnie, if they were doing, how would you feel if they were doing gain of function in your backyard?
I would probably go and kick them in the balls. That would be the proper answer.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
it's
I'm how they are doing our my government, or at least they were probably doing gain of function right there in Ukraine.
uh
Oh man,
yeah,
now you're
yeah,
cut out, or I'm cut out.
they have been doing some tests, yeah, because they was nervous about Russia
Hmm.
taking the information when the war started.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't think that we're having those issues now. It almost, uh, right when I start to think that the West is starting to abandon Ukraine, they just approved a 706 or no $725 million. Yeah, it's $725 million they're going to send to Ukraine again this week. We are. So last week it seemed like we were going to be kind of abandoning them, but no, that was stoked real fast.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't think this war is gonna stop anytime soon.
no, no, and I was reading. I think it was the Last American Vagabond, or I was listening to them, one or the other. He said something about till 2029 is how long the U.S. had planned to fund Ukraine. I don't know if that's for
Yeah,
war.
yes, I heard the same podcast today, I think.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah, I'm sure it was on last. Actually, I even think I mentioned it on your Telegram, on your group. Um, yeah, I think I heard it last week sometime. But Yeah, it's not gonna stop, Ronnie. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's Ukraine's gonna be our next Afghanistan or Russia's next Afghanistan.
Yeah, exactly. You did the same when the Soviet went to Afghanistan. Then you
Hmm.
funded the Mujahideen, and that went to Al Qaeda and ISIS. And now you're funding Ukraine, and they have their Nazi problem. So when the war is done, they're
Yeah,
going to start invading Europe, killing Muslims or whatever, whoever they like to kill, and then we have a war against the Nazis in Ukraine for 20 years. It's
yes,
all fun and games.
yeah, and yep, until someone gets caught. No, well, speaking of the Muslims, you hear about Israel and America funding, and NATO, they're funding Al Qaeda ISIS fighters to fight the Russians in Ukraine.
Oh
I guess
no.
did you hear that? No, I'm gonna look it up real quick. It's probably something I saw on TLAV. Mm,
Mm, I think if you, I was looking at something Mark was writing here, so I was a little bit off. Did you say that Ukraine was funding? They had ISIS fighter under them.
well,
Yeah.
Al Qaeda fighters, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I heard about that like a few months ago. So yeah, I think they are like mercenaries. You just I think they paid them $400 a month or something, and then they come and fight for you.
Yeah, I heard that $1,500 to $2,000 a month is what they're paying them. And oh, what else was? Yeah, that Al Qaeda. They kept saying ISIS. Watch this on Redacted. I don't know if Redacted that news podcast on YouTube with oh Clayton like Natalie Morris. I think is who it is. Am I back and better?
You're back. I don't know if you're better yet. At least you're still here.
Right. Okay. I was looking. I'm gonna turn the video off. I'll come back on if Mark comes on. Let him see my ugly mug so he knows who's messaging him. You said you talked to Mark?
Yeah, I'm talking at the moment.
Cool.
He said they didn't get a notification. I think that's because I'm started it like 5 minutes before the
Oh
notification
no.
went out. So I didn't neither get it because I just started it. So it might, I don't know why it wouldn't send it to him, but maybe, I don't know.
Damn it. Maybe I thought it was running. Yeah, you'd think it would. Damn. Well, I hope I didn't ruin that.
Yeah, no, it's no issue. It's me. I should have waited until it popped up on my computer and then started it. If that's, I don't know why it would give him a notification just because I started it. It's weird, maybe.
So, what we were talking about, so we've got Jews and the West funding ISIS and Al Qaeda terrorists and Nazis to kill Russians.
Basically,
I'm getting out of this. This is
it's a clown world we're living in.
okay. Uh, Man, 2022 couldn't have came earlier,
Yeah, I mean, the whole Ukraine government is a fucking joke. The guy that's running the X, like TV show host or whatever it was, he also has his whole crew,
huh?
like in the parliament.
Are you talking about Zelensky? Yeah,
Yeah, the
that
whole
is.
crew, the whole crew is like a TV host people. It's all,
And then and then they're funded by the same guy who owns the television network who funded that show, created that show.
yeah, I know. So it's I mean, it's basically a cast of celebrities in Ukraine that's now running the government.
So I asked you about Archaics, if you heard anything about him. Um, His name is
Mm,
Jason Brashears. He was the recent guest on THC. Jason
yeah,
Brashears. Did you hear that? He was awesome, right?
I did not listen to it. I saw it, I was smiling, I was like, oh, you mentioned something about this, but then I listened to some geopolitics. I haven't got into it yet. The last episode I listened to on the High Side Chat was the Whitney Webb one that came yesterday, I think, or today. I listened to it today at least.
Yeah, I've got most of it, or I've got to listen to most of the way myself. The Whitney Webb, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I listened to that one today.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've been listening to her say that same thing. Everything. I know she's out promoting her books. She basically got over 1,000 pages worth of worth of book. So I'm just hoping she discloses a little more this time than she did the last time. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to reading 1,000 pages. So hopefully it comes on book on tape soon.
Yeah, she said on the High Side Chats the audiobook is coming soon.
Well, that's a good thing because I will get that. I can definitely
Yeah, I'm not
appreciate.
going to read 1,000 pages too. I can't read in English. It would take me fucking years to get through that shit.
Well, dude, it would take me years to get through that shit. I've been reading English since I was 4.
Yeah, it's so hard. You're writing like the words are not even close to how you pronounce them, so you just have to wing it when you read something.
Yeah, some of the words are tough. Some of our words are, yeah. And then it'll look like it's spelled. It should be pronounced one way, but it sounds like another word, exactly like another word that's spelled completely different. Like rain, the words rain and rain. You got rain like a king's rain, REIGN, or rain like the rain from
Mm.
the clouds, RAIN.
Yeah.
That is hard. It is hard to learn English.
That one I would probably
It's
figure out though.
probably,
It's harder when you have the
yeah.
like when you have OUGH something in a like it doesn't make sense because you don't pronounce any of the letters. You just say something else. It's
Yeah. Like bot and ought. And what about
yeah.
like draft? GRAUGHT. It's spelled like it should have an F in it.
What was the word?
Uh,
Dra
Draft,
draft, like drafting a teammate or like it's windy.
like beer, like it comes from the tap.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah, I definitely can understand the difficulties you might have. Anybody, hell, I mean, I'm watching my kids try to learn how to spell right now.
Yeah.
My 9-year old's a blast to watch at school.
But there you go. If you say draft, you have at least three drafts. You have the draft when you draft a
Yeah.
teammate. You have draft when you have open your windows, and apparently it's also beer in a bar. I'm like, okay,
Now, actually, I'm feeling stupid right now. I'm trying to figure out a draft definition. I'm trying to figure out the draft that comes from the window. Is that DRFT? Yeah, that's what that is. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
When you
Sorry,
open
here
two
I'll
windows, you get like
draft.
yeah. I think that's the word in English at least. You're going into a robot mode at the moment.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try closing out some of my other windows. Fuck it. Am I still rolling? It's raining. God bless it. All right. So maybe I'm back on.
Maybe. Let's see. I don't know if Mark is coming or not.
How do you? I
I mean,
wonder
I
and check
talked to
my
him, so I don't know.
maybe just reschedule.
I'll send him
Shit.
the invite, so it should be fine.
Okay. Okay.
Did the connection die just because it started raining?
Rain. It started to rain pretty hard. Heavy cloud coverage, but I think I'm within like 4 or 5 miles of a tower.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna load some here. Let's see what my speed is at the moment. It's going between 600 and 800 megabytes.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm checking mine right now. It's taken. It's been about about seconds just for this, and the page isn't loaded. I still have a blank white screen for the Ookla speed test.
Oh, here's
All right,
coming.
now it's full. What's that?
He's joining.
There he is.
Hello.
What's up, man?
How are you?